Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and I'm joined once again by Bob Stanley of Freos, and today we are talking about EOS and how incredible this blockchain technology is, because it's innovating all the time, it's getting better all the time, the market is competitive, it's incredible, and we're seeing basically the solutions to so many of the world's problems come to fruition right now with the use of decentralized blockchain technology. And I'm not talking just money, though money is a huge part of it, and taking down the central banking system that we see today. But a big part of it is also what kind of technologies and alternatives for everyday things you can build upon something like EOS. And I wanted you to go into a bit about what do you think of how innovative EOS is and all the things that one can build on top of that blockchain.
Yeah, the short answer, Josh, is you can build anything on EOS, and everything just about that's being done in enterprise computing right now will be done in EOS. People don't realize at all the implications that any piece of code, almost any type of code base you have, can be dropped onto the EOS platform and run for free. And the implications that's going to have that shake up the entire old school IT industry are staggering. Everybody out there is running Oracle Financials, SAP, their entire customer bases are going to realize they can save vast amounts of money as soon as those applications or their replacements are running on the EOS ecosystem. And it's all because of the unique model Dan Larimer built. I have to take my hat off to Dan. He's a visionary, and he's figured out how to have an entire enterprise computing platform. And again, think of EOS, it's not a coin, it's not a DApp, it's not a short-term play. It's not something to trade and buy and sell. It is the future internet. It is the internet that 25% of the world will be on in 3 short years.
And of course, if anyone's watching this and wondering where the hell are we, we're in Miami right now, Sunny Isles more specifically, and it's a beautiful day here in Sunny Isles, Florida, and I wanted to go into one of the reasons why we're out here is that you are working on an incredible promotion for Freos, which is something I'm very excited about. We recently spoke here at WAM about Freos with yourself and Aaron Honch, and it was popular. People were very excited about this, and rightly so, and we'll go into that in a second. But let's talk about the crazy crypto lifer mentality and how incredible it is, and how visionary and futuristic it is compared to what we saw just 10 years ago in the more liberty, freedom-minded community of everyone's trying their best to make a dime, and it didn't work out so well. These days everything's changing at such a vast scale. So can you talk about the crypto lifer mentality and what you're doing out here in Florida?
Indeed so. And let me start by saying it's really not tough being me right now. Everything is coming together on this project, and what we wanted to highlight is, like Josh said, 10 years ago everybody in the movement was kind of bitter, depressed, poor. Now everyone's rich, happy, and see this panorama of possibilities opening up that we're all going to be living the Jetsons lifestyle. And it's because cryptocurrency is going to save humanity from the trauma that's coming in the fiat banking system. And having seen that light, a lot of my friends who were, again, sort of ramping up for terrible times to come. They were filling their houses full of survival food and stocking up on ammunition. They're thinking, maybe I've got time for a vacation this year, and maybe I can start earning cryptocurrency so that I can fund this incredible lifestyle. So it has been a rough couple days. We've been out on boats. We've been cruising around South Beach and seeing the beautiful people. I call Miami the land of the genetically blessed and surgically enhanced, and it's not a tough place to hang out for a week.
It's a beautiful city, and just you're undercutting it. I mean, going on yachts. There's people right now within the Freos crew going up in a helicopter. I mean, having a good time. And it's something that, like you mentioned, people were bitter, and we can talk all day about the problems, and I do talk all day about the problems. But even more importantly, there are the solutions. You just have to understand the problems before you can apply the solutions and understand those solutions. And there's a solution for most things on the EOS blockchain. blockchain, looking at something that Dan Larimer was bringing forward, which is something as huge as guaranteed basic income without extortion, which means no taxation involved. This is just coming from fees, and they are dropping this. They will be dropping this into people's accounts, and I mean into their wallets. That's insane. I mean, think about forms of welfare without theft. I mean, like, personally, I would rather be independent, but hey, if people are gonna sit on that and they get it right into their wallet, that'll save a lot of issues on the free market.
I've gotten a great opportunity to have a couple of late night philosophy sessions with my friend Josh here, and I think we've just about solved the problems of the world. One of the things, you know, that really troubles my heart is I know that I can save smart people, that I can get them into cryptocurrency, they can become a crypto lifer, and they'll be insulated from the trouble. But, you know, I love humanity. I love my countrymen. I love all of the Americans that were raised deliberately to be in bondage. And I don't think it's their fault that they have never been educated to get a job in this new thing. And the big question is, okay, if we stop paying taxes and kill government and theft, who's going to take care of all the plantation inmates? And Dan has just come through with the answer that the EOS ecosystem provides the economic wealth without stealing from anybody, that we will in a short time be able to provide a guaranteed basic income to all the people that can't fend for themselves.
Yeah. It's a cushion on top of, you know, the free market and competition on the market, more higher wages, more employment, more productivity, more technology, more health innovations and cures and all that kind of stuff that comes from real freedom and freedom in the markets and individual demand. On top of that, you got this cushion where it's like, oh, so you don't want to be overly responsible or any of that. Well, we even have a solution for you. Even the people that you know, we're saying, well, we'll all have to fend for ourselves and we'll all die and all that. No. We actually have a solution for that as well. There are solutions for everything, and one of them I wanted to go into was the internet, and you've got a lot to say about that because you are really pushing this incredible innovation on the EOS blockchain, Freos. Can you explain a bit to the audience who haven't yet heard what Freos is?
Well, so again, it needs to start with a sort of diagnosis of what is EOS. It is the operating system, the platform, the utilities to enable any application that currently exists in the real world, and a lot like mine that don't exist, to run basically for free. There's some complexities. We'll have to have an EOS stake to make this service for free, but I'm certain we'll be able to find that stake. But you know, everything that's being done in the real world right now, on expensive platforms, on cloud computing platforms. I would think all of my colleagues who work in that world need to recognize that within 3 or 4 years there's going to be an equivalent of the technology you're working with that runs for free on EOS, and we'll find other ways to monetize and make money out of that. But I think Josh brought up a good point that if you look at the robber barons of old, the Carnegies, the Rockefellers, the monopolists of old, they were ruthless, evil people. And they did try and grind every penny out of everyone and take it away. I happen to be blessed, and Josh is blessed to know many crypto millionaires. And if you take a guy like Danny Sussum, you know, he spends his whole life helping people. He doesn't have to do anything, but he spends his whole life building houses for the poor in Mexico.
And he doesn't brag about it either. He just does it without telling anybody about it.
Sorry, Danny, we're gonna toot your horn, bro. You look at a guy like Roger Ver. He's a great humanitarian. He doesn't need to work ever. He's got $500 million plus. He could just ride off into the sunset and smoke Havanas. But he works harder than anybody in the game right now because he wants to save humanity. He wants to give back. He knows that he's been blessed with insight to this incredible new world that's right in front of us, and he's gonna pay it back. And I hope to be in the position to do the very same thing, that I never want to retire, I never want to stop doing this, because as soon as we're done with this app, there are many more to come.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you're putting this all on these USB sticks and these red pills, and I think they'll be put out very shortly.
Indeed.
How long until they're out about?
We're loading sticks today, as a matter of fact. The rest of the crew that aren't on the helicopter are busy loading sticks. They'll go first to angels and other people who've been involved for quite a while. But we have a large shipment coming in from China, our first 20,000 order. That'll probably be here in 3 weeks, and that's when we'll basically be general availability.
Yeah. So with Freos, of course, you will be able to find yourself a more decentralized internet that is more secure and harder to get your information stolen and sent and distributed to the people you don't want with your information. And of course, there's a lot to it, but it's very simple. You put it into your computer. It's not on your computer, it's on the stick. So of course people will be concerned, well, why would I put this thing into my computer? Well, individual demand has a lot of say in this world, folks, and if someone deliberately puts something bad on a memory stick and it hurts your computer, well, it wouldn't do very good for their business model, would it? Think about it for a second. This is being able to decentralize, and you put it on your computer and it's not on your computer, but it's in the stick, and that's a very important point to make. And you could of course check out our other video regarding Freos, the Freos revolution. Check it out on YouTube. It's very interesting, and of course known as Freon before that, but
Coin,
yeah. But with that said, you have the internet, you have Steemit for media, you have smart media tokens for media, so you don't have to deal with advertising, and you don't have to bow to any advertisers. You got so many different examples of things that you can put on the blockchain if decentralized. Now of course it has to be decentralized. The second we go into centralized territory, we are walking into a hornet's nest, folks, so be very, very diligent and do your own research and make sure you know what you're getting into. But with something like this, I'm just so excited to see all these things come up in the last year alone. I mean, it's been such a crazy year. It feels like 20 years of technological advancement at the snap of a finger, and it's all being released because of this. So Bob, final words, your advice to the audience who are watching this regarding Freos and EOS and cryptocurrency and the crypto lifer attitude.
Yeah, so first I want to say that what we're shipping in the next few weeks is our MVP, our minimum viable product, and it's because I put us on the hook so that we could launch at the Red Pill Expo up in Spokane. It has about 1/10 of the functionality that our new product, our version 2 product, will have, but it allows you to take the first step, and the first step is find out what you're passionate about, learn it so that you're superb at it, and then put your resume and any marketing materials you have onto Freos so that you can start getting paid for doing it. And don't quit your day job until your Freos income is equal to or greater than 75% of what you're making in your day job. And then you realize you can give up the rat race, quit driving into the cube every day, and live in paradise and live a lifestyle like this, okay? So start making your money in crypto today. That's the main message I want to send out.
Absolutely, and none of us want to spend the rest of our lives at some desk job, and maybe we'll get 1 or 2 vacations in a lifetime that we'll truly enjoy for a few days and then back to the grind of working for someone else. It doesn't need to be that way. You do not have to work a wage job. You should never settle for less and always settle for the best, and always work to be the best you can be and as successful as you can be. It all comes down to you and nobody else. And one of the great things about cryptocurrency is it makes it a lot easier to get to that point. So
no one sees any transactions ever, including Freos. We do not have the ability to spy on our members, and will never allow it to be added. So keep your national security letters to yourself.
Absolutely. And on that point, we will wrap it up. Thank you very much, Bob, for talking with us again, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon somewhere in the world.
Indeed so. Look forward to it, brother.
Like what you see, Hero Am? Don't forget to check the links below. GoFundMe, Patreon. We can't do it without you. Any donation is very much appreciated, especially as we are so overwhelmingly demonetized by YouTube as they bring in the ADL to flag all of our content as hate speech. Also check our Bitcoin address in the description as well as on the screen for you to scan if you please. And also check us out at Steemit at Josh Sigurdson, the future of social media, where you get paid in the upvote of your post in cryptocurrency, Steem that is. So don't forget to check us out there and find us at Anarchapulco 2019. I know it's early, but this is such an exciting event coming up with Ron Paul, Judge Napolitano, David Icke, Larkin Rose, Jeff Berwick, all the usual characters, and it's going to be amazing. So we hope to see you there. Make sure to check the link for Anarchapulco below and use promo code WHAM to save as much as 15% on your tickets. We hope to see you there. But until next time, this is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.